So hello everyone, welcome to Doom Eternal. You're probably wondering why is this on the YouTube channel and why are my health and armor ridiculous? Well, I have completed the game, 100%ed it, and I've collected all the codexes. So I'm going to read them all, starting with the demons. Just a heads up, I am dyslexic, so you might hear me stutter a little bit with words that I don't know or can't understand a bit. Apart from that, I'm perfectly fine. So, yeah, you can put this on, do whatever you want. You can either you can either listen to me while you're either cooking, cleaning the car, driving, if you have enough data for it. um, just reading a book, relaxing, etc. Just anything really. Hope this actually blows up and stuff. And yeah, let's get this started. We'll start off with the gargoyle. I have practiced this one off camera, just so I can understand it a bit. So yeah, grab a drink and just grab a snack as well, and let's get going. So, the gargoyle. Like their imp brethren, the gargoyle is an agile, relentless pack hunter. Native to the Sentinel world, this beast has plagued the Sentinel Guard for centuries. As one of the few demon breeds that could bypass the ward's defenses of Sentinel Prime, the gargoyle could appear without warning and claim hapless townspeople before disappearing into the wasteland. Only the most skilled marksmen of the Night Sentinels could intercept this aerial threat peril, which has demanded an ever-vigilant watch over the city perimeter. So it's like a weird flying bat from hell. This is what it looks like. The imp, that's what it looks like. Let's read its codex. Scavengers of the underworld, imps are among the most common of beasts found on the scorched surface of the hellscape. Lesser demon from hell, the imp possesses limited intelligence, driven only by a hunter's impulse to seek out prey, a task of which the imp is naturally suited due to its innate capacity for violence. As a result of these attributes, the imp makes for an ideal foot soldier, as it's often deployed in the warning legions of hell. Easily manipulated and controlled by the commanding high-born demons as the behest of the scavengers, Scaverin, I think that's how you say it, chapters, it is common for the imp to appear at the front line for an offensive attack and acceptable resource unleashed in great numbers to overcome a breakthrough the enemy front. Yeah, I started a bit there. There's some words there which I didn't understand. That's what it looks like. The Lost Soul. Oh, there's a lot. The Lost Soul has its origin among the damned former humans who have fallen from the mortal world, doomed to be unliving eternity as sin-branded slaves of hell. The damned are seemingly endless in numbers, as their population is growing by the thousands with each rise of the black sun. For many, the torturous existence of the crushing slave labor is all that awaits. The bodies of the damned are brittle, and those who have become broken in labor, their bodies ruined, dismembered, or otherwise incapable of servitude, are transported to the pits where their souls must be extracted for further use. Those fortunate enough to escape this process are what inevitably become lost souls. Their spirits transmitigrated, I think, into physical form. The lost souls knows only madness, its memory a haunted image of its former mortal life. These creatures live like a fleeting existence, roaming mindlessly, seeking only that which can grant them a final death. That's quite depressing. That's what they look like. Quite scary. Soldiers. Once frontline infantry fighting to protect Earth from the demon invasion, the Hell Soldiers have been claimed by darkness, turning them against their fellow soldiers in the midst of battle. That's what they look like. And zombies. Possessed by the influence of hell, these once human underlings that follow in hell's ranks are those that have been corrupted and deceived by its power. Forsaking their own humanity, those who have fully succumbed to hell's control, they cannot be saved, becoming mindless, groundscape contractors of their former selves. So, demon zombies, pretty much. Now to the heavy demons. We're starting with the Arachnotron. Arachnotrons are built with genetic material recovered from the remains of the original spider mastermind, bioengineered and cybic augmentations. While its actual body exhibits only limited mobility, the oddly cerebral qualities of the Arachnotron make it prime candidates for the impulse-controlled prosthetic frame that is now permanently in habits. The UAC facilities responsible for the Arachnotron's creation, intending to engineer a weaponized demon for their own design, was overrun. An outbreak occurred inside for its assembly plant, killing everyone inside. The facility, still operating under the directives of the administrated AI, continues to manufacture Arachnotrons automatically. It's quite dark. That's what they look like, just a giant spider brain, pretty much. Cacodemons. Hunters of the Slowlands? The cacodemons lurk in the bottomless and murky depths of hell in search of easy prey. An aimless wanderer, the cacodemons is mostly devoted to its cognitive ability, sensory awareness, as otherwise commonly occurred impulse driven only by a singular desire to feed. The cacodemons is likely to appear whenever there is flesh to be consumed, bringing them to the insatiable propensity of hunger. It is said that the cacodemons bear some resemblance to the Cyclops Titans of the ancient hell lore, leading the Sentinel scholars to believe that the forgotten Titans may yet live in some disembodied form. I like to call them the floating nutsacks. That's what they look like. Carcass? I think that's how you say it. The product of inhuman biomechanical engineering, the carcass is created in a remote labs of the cultist Enclave. Neither truly living nor dead. His existence is a state of parallel reanimation, cybernetic amateur, simulating a living impulse which is decaying its organic host. Devised as a means of extending a soldier's usefulness in combat after death. The unliving host can only be destroyed by serving the body for its cybernetic implants. And yeah, that's what it looks like. Cyber Mancubus. Mechanized as heavily augmented, the Cyber Mancubus is equipped for the frontline warfare. Equipped with dual-barrel arm-mounted mortar cannons, the Mancubus's integrated weapon system utilizes the body's natural occurring biotoxins, referring this corrosive vicious membrane in a toxic plasmid ammunition feed, siphoned from the spinal glands and funneled intransversely, I butchered that word, to the weapon's conversion system. The corrosive section is discharged by an alternating fire mechanism which dispenses the toxic plasmid as either heated projectiles or ignited fluid, the latter resulting in a flamethrower-like incendiary spray capable of burning through armor plating. They don't want to fuck around with him. That's what it looks like. I'm butchering so many words today. The Dread Knight. A variation of the Hell Knight breed, the Dread Knight can be modified and hardwired for aggression. Armed with an exoprosthetic process powering energy blade augmented the Dread Knight. Its lethal result from UAC cultist engineering NFSI regulation modulate the Dread Knight with an unbroken floor of rage-added adrenaline. While its endorphin receptors have been synchronized to respond with the use of its arm-mounted blades which each kill, the Dread Knight is injected with a flood of artificial dopamine as a result of its augmentation. The Dread Knight is driven by a biomedically engineered state of pure unbroken rage and suffering, which respite can only be found in the act of the kill. So that's what it looks like. Now for the Hell Knight. The Hell Knight, warrior beast among demons, has earned its place over the millennia in service of the eternal archdemons as imposed by its scavenging houses. Hell Knights have long served as barbaric enforcers of the netherworld, impaling lesser demons by the war of brutality. Rage among demonkind for its innate regard for primal orders of hectarity. The Hell Knight exhibits aggregates to the prevailing rule of its demon lord masters, requiring little compulsion on the behalf of its highborn masters. Hell Knights readily serve the elder Hell Gods for the extent of their lifespans, repeating great satisfaction in the way of war and discretion. That's what it looks like. And yeah, they're quite ugly. These things are really ugly though. Normal mancubuses. The mancubus's hulking behemoth of the demon world bears noticeable difference from most of its kind. First encountered by the UAC expedition team on Mars, unlike its brethren, which wore a naturally occurring armor carapiece, I think. This variation shows clear signs of pre-existing man-made modifications, armor plating augmentations to its exterior, and its sophisticated arm-mounted weapon system, indicating a clear intent to upgrade and weaponize the frightening capacity of the Mancubus, whose heavily stated and resilience made it a formidable threat in battle. They are one ugly fuckers. They're really ugly. Maker drones. Erdak's population is mainly comprised of drones, drone beings that exist as extensions of the Khan Maker's will. Those thought each as endowed with their own unique identity that remain biologically unable to resist a command from their Khan, so function in a perfectly synchronized colony system. Drones never leave Erdak, their bodies not yet mature enough to avoid harm while crossing dimensions. That's what they look like. Aim for the head and you get loads of resources. Pain elementals, nutsacks on steroids. An abhorrent creation of the herbal plains. The pain elemental is descended from the primal abdominal depths of the demon world, knowing only its own torment. The elemental is cursed to forge lost souls within the fiery pits of its gut, a process that is excruciating and without end for its duration of the creature's miserable lifespan. The elemental's only repensive of its own agonizing and torturous existence is its predicting of suffering into the world. For this reason, the pain elemental reaps great satisfaction for its indiscriminated killing as the infliction of misery upon those weaker than itself. That is quite depressing, actually, for a nutsack on steroids. Now for Pinky. As hell emerged on Earth, the Pinky began to appear on terrestrial soil in great numbers, rapidly becoming the bane of existence to ARC military fortifications. Utilizing its armored frontal carapace, the Pinky is able to penetrate defensive encampments, breaking through the walled defenses and using its ramming ability to upturn and immobilize armored vehicles. ARC deployment depended on their ability to hold the line against encroaching forces of hell. Could be disrupted even overtaken by a single Pinky. Were able to penetrate and break through that defensive matrix, allowing a greater demon influx to pour in after it. The ARC rapidly portraized the target statues of the Pinky, ensuring high-range bombardment to prevent the Pinky from gaining proximity. And that is quite, that is a lot to take in, actually. Just give me a second, just need to put my laptop on charge real quick. Plug that in. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much what they are. They're just rammers, pretty much. Not Forza rammers. Now for the Prowler. A creature of darkness, the Prowler hunts from the shadows, preferring stealth and concealment to open conflict. Imbued with parallel infrasion, the Prowler is able to see that which is unseen to the naked eye. Among the Sentinels as the Night Stalker, the Prowler prenatural senses of sight make it a lethal hunter, capable of tracking its prey even in the pitch black of dark, believed to be perhaps descended to its lesser imp brooding. The Prowler is rarely seen in groups, forsaking pack hunting for the precision of solitary pursuit. That is quite a lot to take in, actually. Fuck, one button. Nope, another one button. Right, Prowler done. Now for the Revenant. The Revenant's program, a bioweapon experiment utilizing reanimated necrotic human tissue, was believed to have been destroyed with the collapse of the UAC facility on Mars. However, the emergence of the cultist enclaves on Earth, former UAC divisions now under Hell's direct control, have begun work on a second wave of production of the Revenant program. While much of the platform's existing weapon payload is prevalent as originally designed, the cyber-neutral programming has undergone modification. Patterned signals are wired to the host's frontal cortex, which in turn simulates a state of frenzied, unresisted bloodlust. While these signals are active, the host is incapable of thinking or feeling anything but a singular compulsion to inflict death and violence on the living. That is quite creepy. And that's the Revenant, just a giant walking skeleton. Now for the Spectre. Born from an ancient screed of forbidden psychomancy, I think. It was tormact inscriptions to the articulate six sealed eyes that the spectre was made manifested. Divined to his dedicated ruins, untouched by the light for an eternity, warlocks of an abandoned gathering house unearthed the verbal scriptures, seeking the rebellion by means of black magic against the rule of the inferior archdemons. By way of sorcery were numerous abominations and ungodly forms brought forth into the hellscape. Among them, the Spectre, Eternal Allegam of the Pinky, for their role and their miscreation. The archdemons would initiate a retribution against his insurgents and unspeakable pursuit, a decree of suffering that would be without end. That is actually quite sad. It's pretty much an invisible Pinky, which is terrifying. And now for the Whiplash. A scavenger of the hellscape, the Whiplash creature was first discovered by UAC expedition teams in the Black Desert of the Sanctum Wastelands. These elusive serpenty demons move with great speed and agility. They are capable of striking from a great distance with retractable blade whips concealed within their forearms. This particular demon breed became an object of great interest for the UAC engineers on Earth, while attempts to capture live specimens of this nimble and unpredictable creature proved to be exponentially dangerous. After successfully acquiring living specimens, researchers implanted cybernetic augmentations designed to enhance the Whiplash's innate strength and lethality. That's what it looks like. It's quite terrifying. I think it's the only demon which is a female, I think. Now for the super heavy demons. The Archvile. Forged from Hellfire, the Archvile is feared among lesser demons for its innate ability to channel and manipulate the unholy powers of hell magic. Descended from the eldest race of demons, the Archvile is long held a place within the ruling castle of the highborn demon kind, possessing superior intellect, power, make it a natural-born ruler for the savage and primitive beasts of hell, capable of bending weak-minded underlings to serve its will. And it's quite creepy, or terrifying and annoying to go up against, actually, because it can actually summon other demons. Now, the Baron of Hell. The Fireborn Baron has evolved, descended clan of the Baron Hell breed, for its Ignatius to be cautious. Or, I think, scorched hellscape bordering the burning abyss. A landscape of cragged spires forged from its unbreakable black stone, tempted by the crashing waves of magmatic tides. The sulfuric plains for hell have been long served for the banishing grounds, a place for Egdocious to which the damned and are sentenced to their final destination. A Fireborn Baron has evolved from its environments, suggesting themselves on their remnant to the damned, growling obsidian cacopieces, it is becoming infused by the very incendiary matters of hell itself. So yeah, they're quite annoying to go up against. I'm actually nearly done. Holy crap. Alright, now for the Doom Hunter. Once a race of the beast-like hunters, the Doom Hunter creature was known as the Sentinel Warriors in ages past, as lethal stalkers of the Metal Age. Extracted from the frozen depths of the polar tundra, the Doom Hunters belong as an ancient race of uncovered during the cultist evacuation of the remnant of the remote Arctic, preserved belong in a frozen ice for millions of years. The unearthed remains of this creature were deemed suitable for its reconstruction, becoming a subject of cultist necroregenerative experimentation within the remote cultist citadel of high-tech ritual altar, which tower over the Gotharan ruins of the Doom Hunter, was cryomancingly and systematically resurrected and rebuilt, while the majority of its components are now cybernetic to retain a high degree of mental faulty. The Sentinel Brute hunting instinct augmented with its armaments of a tank division. As you know, when one of these things comes along, they mean business. Now for the Marauder. I hate this man. I hate this man with a passion. The Civil War consumed Argent Denor. The Light Sentinel Guards are quartered by their faith, torn between serving the Khan Maker or revolting against that, which is what's sworn to protect. The most delusioned foresaw an oath to the Sentinel royalty, abandoning their pact for alliance made to the throne. These hardened warriors joined the separatist group led by the Elistic priest class, aligning themselves with the Makers and their devout acolytes, I think, as an attempted coup attempts against the Sentinel Royal House. Those Sentinel warriors who fell in battle, having sided with the Makers, were ultimately denied fatality and death, resurrected by the divinity machine of Maker design. I did English there. These fallen Sentinels were returned from the dead, transformed by Hell's power, and recreated with a singular purpose: to hunt the Slayer, now reborn as knights in Hell's army. They are annoying to go up against, especially with their shield and shotgun and axe. They are so annoying to go up against. Now for the Tyrant. I might do weapons actually this video as well. Demon Lords of the Black Soul Pits of Babel. The Tyrants have long served as wanderers and slavers to the infernal pits. Weaponized and cybernetically altered by the UAC, the Tyrants are tasked with overseeing the collection and extraction of sin-branded human souls for the mortal world. Their role in Hell, ordinated by the unholy signal of the Elder Hell Gods, a sadistic master of lesser demons, the Tyrant is feared for his cruelty and malice. That is, yeah, they're really annoying to go up against. Actually, no, they're really fun. 3 more left at the demon side, then we go to the weapons. The Buff Totem. Incarnal manifestation of human suffering. These totems are formed from the tortured resources of the once living, made flesh by the black arts of demonic psychomancy, I think. A beacon of necroplasmic dark wave energy, the Buff Totem, once fully formed, radiates the surrounding environment with a dark cloud of hell magic. This energy possesses influence of great power, of anything. Yeah, Yeah, great power of anything living caught in its wake. Demons, while in its presence, become adrenalized, their aggressiveness and bloodthirst amplified. Inversely, those totems have become symbols of fear for the humans who have encountered them, its presence tainting the mind with nightmarish terror. The, the propagating of these totems would ultimately necessitate the development of the ARC Mind Shield and Cyber Neutral Implant, which could immunize its soldiers from its psionic properties of the buff totem. In other words, it buffs up demons and never stops spawning them in. Cue ball. Former UAC engineers, this malformed zombies were rendered impent during the war for Earth. These bodies are now disturbing fusions of body, bone, and barrel. If you actually punch them, they just go flying forward and into a bunch of demons. It blows up. That's actually quite useful. And the final one for the demons, the tentacle. Yep. The subject of great security for the ARC scientists on Earth. These hell growth formentations have appeared all over the planet, taking hold wherever. Hell has made its presence known, farming chaotic, seemingly random structural patterns. The promulgations of hell growth have taken root as its alarmingly rate exhibitioning a cellular reproduction cycle. The ARC scientists fear may become impossible to contain. The resolute environmental effect is extremely hostile for terrestrial life, producing atmospheric biocontagions as a multitude of organic hazards. Wherever these nests lie, formations emerge. They are protected by swaths of defensive tendrils, long-thorn tentacles. Our demon-struck kin awareness of their surroundings. For they capable of disemboweling anything that deems as a potential threat to the nest. I stuttered a lot through there. Just a heads up again, I do have dyslexia. So, yeah. Let's do the arsenal next. There's a lot of weapons to do here. I start from the ballista. This weapon of choice for Sentinel marksmen is said as a Sentinel battle lore that a single battalion of archers defended the walled city of Arcana for 10 days and 10 nights, armed only with their ballistas. A precise weapon, the ballistas fired with twin beamed of superheat argent, vaporizing its target on impact. So it's very powerful. The BFG. The BFG 9000 remains one of the most powerful weapons ever designed by the UAC, releasing a projectile of pure railing argent plasma. The sphere of superheated energy undulates as argent tendrils lash out, drawn to nearby organic materials as an immediate producing a fatal explosion from within. Dr. Samuel Hayden recently deployed the weapon to Phobos, one of the moons of Mars, which has served as inspirational itch pin to the development of the BFG 10,000 defense station. When mounted inside the station, magnified array, the BFG can be fired in a series of relucent lessening rings. These rings pump up the content stream of gaseous argent throughout the barrel, which ignites the reaction of the electrified plasma, producing a tremendous energy wave, powerful enough to crack the surface of a planet. So you have a planet killer pretty much in your hands. It's a powerful weapon. Fun fact, the BFG stands for big fucking gun. And yeah. Now for the chain gun. The 220 chain gun with a 7.62 x 51mm AE 6-barreled autocannon built for infantry deployment, weighed over 80 pounds. So it was quite heavy. The M220 was convinced as a standard issue weapon for ARC mech soldiers fitting with exo armor. Mechanized suits are capable of supporting a heavier payload. The AE cartridge used for special electromagnetic casing designed more specifically for the M220's rail system, which increased projectile velocity and reduces overheating. A chainsaw. Need I say more? As a renewed and weapon masters of the Night Sentinels professed, it is the warrior that makes the weapon great. Albeit an unconventional choice. Unconventional choice, the chainsaw has become a staple of the Doomslayer's personal arsenal. For the kind of work that requires enemy disembowelment, the chainsaw is the right tool for the job. And yeah, it's quite good. Right, what have I done? Oh, there we go. Combat shotgun. Despite the wealth of armament options for the modern combat specialist, this truly workhorse remains a firm favourite among operatives. While matched against superheated plasmoids or Gauss-driven projectiles, the ballistic impact of the compact shotgun holds its own. The simplicity of its design ensures the weapon is extremely quick and reliable. Yet the vast array of ammunition types is its versatile and flexible quality known as the crowd appeaser. A locked and loaded combat shotgun will pacify even the most righteous of analysts. Or asalists, I think they say it. It's the standard weapon you get. And for the Crucible. A scarred relic of the Sentinel people. The Crucible remains one of the most mysterious artifacts known to man. Text from Argentino's reference to the weapon is a revered righteous manner. While Night Sentinels are known for employ similar energy-based blades on their armaments, the Crucible remains the only one powerful enough to reportedly slay Titan-class demons. Only the Slayer holds knowledge of this venerated sword, and only he is been known to wield it. The blade burns with eternal heat, immediately cauterizing flesh as it slices through. So it's a lightsaber on steroids. Yeah. The Doom Blade. A modification to the Predator suit, the arm-mounted Doom Blade is designed to increase the Slayer's short-range striking power. Strong enough to sever demonic flesh and bone, the blade's serrated edge allows the Slayer to break through enemy defenses and attack when conventional weapons is ineffective. So you can like slice demon heads off. It's really cool. The Equipment Launcher. Custom built to fit the Doomslayer's Predator suit. This shoulder-mounted ordnance system is modified to serve a variety of combat roles. Designed as a universal munition platform, the Equipment Launcher is capable of... I'm just trying to find where I lost up again. The Equipment Launcher is capable of altering its armament configuration with the press of a switch, activating a reflect sensor located on its initiator of the Predator suit gauntlet. In its flame belch, configuring as a launcher, spits a gouge of fire exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius, setting even the sturdiest of demons aflame. While its grenade launcher configuration, the launcher fires a traditional UAC modeled frag grenade, a projectile-based payload not dissimilar to that of the ice bomb, while the launcher fires a I-C-40 gas considered to flame freeze nearby enemies. Down. Okay, the heavy cannon up next. A common compliment among users for this punch-packing conventional weapon is its height as most of its component parts as it's forged. In tungstenium, that's a big word, a proprietary alloy deployed to withstand the enormous stresses impaired by its original exploding dart ammunition. However, the additional weight makes the hand cannon an appeal sniper rifle, as swaying a tremendous and it by the massive bulk. Trigger magnified is one of the highest priority while using this weapon, as self-inflicted gunshot wounds are common, thanks to its no-pull reflex trigger system. You have to be a weapon master really to hold this weapon. Almost done. The plasma rifle. Designed by the UAC Military Tech Division, the plasma rifle is the standard in energy-based weaponry, firing a superheated plasma in rapid short bursts. Innovates the plasma rifle is capable of overloading energy-based shielding and liquefying enemy combatants. So in other words, you can go full on Ghostbusters mode on them and blow them up. The rocket launcher. Forged from the metal smelting pits of the Glagothorn Enclave, the Pain Giver is a weapon of pure malice, devised for a singular purpose, to enact suffering upon the weak. A tool for endurance intents is not by mortal design. Pain Giver was convinced the cultist engineers of Galotha as accomplice of the unholy and all-powerful will of the Hell Priest Rock, while bestowed its vision scripts of Rock's dark premonition with great clarity, did the Pain Giver's relief itself to a shard consciousness of the gluttonous Archiplox. I butchered that. When it's fever, and with fever in religious xenology, did they set themselves towards its manifestation, tailing without rest until the Pain Giver was created. Don't know why I nicknamed it the Pain Giver, but yeah, that's what it is. The Super Shotgun. Oh, that's a lot there. A weapon from the Slayer's past. This double-barreled shotgun displays ornate, undeceived filigree carvings, as it includes a modification of twin-pronged hook, a cord with a retractable chain designed for under-barrel usage. For the firearm appears from the earthy design. The meat hook attachment is comprised of non-terrestrial metals, suggesting some level of prior history off-world. Its place in the Slayer's arsenal in Hell has already been recorded, as noted from the following transition of the Unmar Codex. The sting of the Slayer's abnormal arsenal casts its fear in the lowest of our kin. Its blazing barrel of brimstone spews its virtue and loathing upon us, and casts our brethren in the dirt. Make the venom of his chosen Apurus and agony, the biblical musket Lucifer Bane, its claw of pig iron gouging the flesh of its martyr, and hurrying him upon us. Curse the name of his beloved treasure. Curse of the Hellwalker's device of torment. We shall it cast into the smelter and gild its entrails with the slurry. Yeah. And for the final one, the Unmaker. An unequaling powerful weapon, the Unmaker is kept under lock and key inside the Fortress of Doom, inspired by Sentinel weapons technology. Its celestial fireman was created in Urdak by the igneous inventions of the makers themselves. Upon activation of the weapon, Shutter's portals slide open as the Unmaker immediately begins launching rapid fire volleys of consistent tri-directional argent bolts. A destructive potential of which this alien super weapon is rivaled only by the BFG. Oh, my throat's killing me. So if you enjoyed that little story tale, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. This for Army is never too big, and it is normally never too small. My Twitch in the description below. Below links into the Discord server as well, and the TikTok are also in the comments. I'm Phoenix. See you all soon. Bye guys.